Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lesson 1.1 of Unit 1 for Senior Year in History. And this year, we're going to be doing the historical investigation. Again, remember, we did remind you that last year we did not finish that, and so we made the decision to scrap it and move it to the 12th grade because the IB has reduced requirements for us. So we have plenty of time to be able to redo this. So if you were in Henson's class last year, and you have already completed the HI and you are happy with the score that she had given to you, then you are going to still go through this process with us. So you're not having a whole semester off here. You are going to go through the HI process, but you are going to be doing review of yours. So this is going to be your last time to look through any feedback that Ms. Henson gave to you. And when we're going through Part B, and my students from last year are writing their Part B, you're just going to go through and review your Part B. So this will be your final opportunity to be able to do that as my students go through building their HI. So, what are our lesson objectives for today? By the end of our lesson, we will understand the purpose of the HI. We will also effectively use the historical investigation notebook. We will also be able to understand the HI rubrics for both the IB as well as the class rubrics, identify the pacing for this unit, as well as complete the brainstorming process. So again, this is the exact same information as from last year, but just to quickly review for those of you that may have forgotten, what exactly is this HI? The HI is so hard. Well, for some people it may feel cumbersome, but everybody can do this. It's just, calming down and jumping through the hoops and going through the steps. And if you go step by step through the process, everybody will be successful. So what is the objective of the HI? So, well, you're supposed to write a paper that poses a historical question and makes a historical argument and then evaluates historical methods. So you're doing three different things here. Proposing a historical question, making an argument, and then evaluating historical methods. What is the scope of the HI? Well, it has to be anything that was not within the last 10 years. So if it was 2010, then you should be good. Okay, because that was not that's beyond 10 years ago. But if it was 2016, you can't do that. And so, of course, what is the incentive for doing the HI? Well, you have to graduate with a diploma, and so that's the reason why, the gist of it, because it is a course requirement in order to get a grade for this class, just being perfectly honest. Now, in Google Classroom, you're going to have the following items provided for you. First is going to be an HI notebook. It's the exact same notebook that you had last year. Nothing is different. So if you have yours from last year, you can actually copy some of the information from that notebook into this notebook. If you are saving some of the information from last year, but you will be provided with a clean and fresh one. And then, of course, you will be provided with HI class rubrics that are both specific for the IB so that you can see the IB's rubric on how they are going to grade your particular essay. And then you'll also see the rubrics that I will use that in order to calculate a grade in order to put in the gradebook for this semester. You will also be receiving an HI pacing guide, and this will actually tell you what you're going to do every single day. So this is going to be daily. So if you're going to be absent for whatever reason, for a sporting event or a family event, or if you actually are sick but sick and able to work at home, so not sick, but you know what I'm saying. If you're staying home for one reason or another and want to work ahead, it is a daily agenda that tells you exactly day by day each step of the process, and you will have a video for each individual day that you are in class, so you will know exactly what you're supposed to do. So if you're ever out for whatever reason, you will never miss anything. So the question is, what is the historical investigation? Well, the HI, as it is referred to, is a research paper, so we know that. It is a research paper that does three different things. These three different things are: makes a clear and supported historical argument, evaluates the sources that were used for that argument, and then reflecting on the methods that you employed or used as you were writing your historical argument paper. Now, the IB diploma requires that all history students complete this investigation, regardless if you're doing SL or HL. All students must complete this paper. Um, there are 3 required sections within the HI plus 1. What that plus 1 is your bibliography. You have to do identification and evaluation of sources, investigation, which is the actual big part, that is part B. Then you have a reflection part that you have to complete. Again, there's that plus 1 with the bibliography. And you have a 2,200 word limit, which is about 9 pages double spaced. Now, it does beg us to flip the coin on the other side to address what the historical investigation is not. So these are the things that you are not going to do when you're writing this historical investigation paper. And the first one is a summary of a historical event. This is often very difficult for history students because many people think that just telling a story is going to be a historical investigation. That is not an investigation. That's just telling us a story of an historical event. Opinion-based ranting about a historical event or figure, so telling us how much you like this person or hate this person, is not an HI. Just a random 5-paragraph essay section, that's not the HI. The HI does require 2 other pieces, which is the source evaluation component and the reflection. An HI is not fluid in its formatting. So what that means is that you must stick to a rigid formatting guideline, and that is the Chicago style manual style that we are going to go over. The HI is not easy and it's not quick, so we are going to be spending the next about 13 to 14 classes doing nothing but this. So it's tedious, yes, but we're going to go through it step by step together. The HI is also not plagiarized, meaning you cannot obviously plagiarize or steal anything from another person, but also you cannot reuse any essays. Now, don't panic with this, because this year, if you had Henson last year and you would like to redo yours, even if she gave you positive feedback on yours and you would like to redo yours, you can do it. Or if you would like to rework yours, you can still do that. So this is referring to you cannot redo your 9th or 10th grade HI is what that means. So in thinking about the topic that you want to potentially research for your historical investigation, these are a couple of things to keep in mind. First is it personally interesting? So you really do need to find something that is personally interesting to you, not something that your friends are interested in because they're not writing the paper. You're going to have to read the books, read the articles, and so you have to find something that is going to be interesting to you. So that is the first and foremost thing you need to think about. How interesting is this topic to you? You need to make sure that it is not too general, but it is not too specific. So, for example, here's 2 examples. Too general would be the history of the United States presidency. That is just way too broad of a topic. You could not do that in a 5-paragraph essay of any capacity. And being too specific, on the other side of that same coin, women's rights in Boston in July of 1857. Well, at this point in time, you're now, you can't mention anything that did not happen within the 31 days of July in 1857. So if something happened on August 1st, it was very monumental, and women's rights in Boston, you have now taken the ability to mention that topic out because you have put your topic to be so specific. And then what makes a good topic is that something that has happened prior to the last 10 years. So that's that 10-year rule that we were telling you about. And the reason being for that is that still more recent events often lack research, because something that happened 6 months ago, yes, we know a little bit stuff about it, but time reveals a lot of things. So mapping a good topic is, the older that it is, oftentimes the better it is. So what do you need to do today by the end of class? So you want to make sure in your workbook that you have there that you're looking at activity A, and you're going to select 5 potential interest topics that you have in the first column, and then what you'd like to argue about them in the second column, and then consider the stance that you would take on them in the third column. So you're going to do that in activity A. And in activity B, you're going to narrow it down into 2 topics. So you're going to take the 5 that you chose and then narrow it down into 2. And then you're going to work on activity C, which is going to ask someone at your table or in your Commonwealth group if it sounds like something that you could reasonably argue in a 5-paragraph essay. So ask a friend at your table, can I argue this in a 5-paragraph essay? And if they're like, yeah, I think you could, then you probably have a good start. If they're like, no, I don't think you could, you may need to elaborate on it a little bit more, then you may have some work to do. And you want to be able to come back to next class with 1 or 2 ideas that I can actually give you some feedback on as well. And there you have it. That is lesson 1.1, the beginning of the HI. So can or do you understand the purpose and the reason for the HI? Can you effectively use the historical investigation notebook? Do you understand the HI rubrics? Can you identify the pacing for this particular unit? And have you completed your brainstorming process? Now, you probably haven't, so you can't really give yourselves a pat on the back yet, but these are just things that will tell you that by the time that you have finished your brainstorming process after this video is over with, you will be finished with lesson 1.1. So at this point, you want to make sure that you go to your historical investigation notebook and look at all the activities that you need to do for today's lesson and complete those, and then we will see you again next lesson. Thanks so much for your time and have a great day.